So here we are in our new home. This is we've owned it since the 25th, and that's 16, so about 26 days. We're coming up on 30 days.
Oh, wow. But we
Haven't moved in, yeah. We
moved
in
Saturday.
over the weekend.
And today is Tuesday.
Tuesday. So since Saturday.
Since we moved,
yes.
we have had...
The first one was moving was smooth. No drama with anyone getting hurt. The movers were very nice, and the elevator worked at the apartment building, so that was good. It's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff that we have to go through and sort and throw away because Russell inherited a lot of junk. He opened the liquor cabinet and goes, "Oh, you have so many glasses." But then we start using the system. We're really, really sweaty and hot. We want a hot shower. So we go to take a shower, and we had 2 minutes of hot water, about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it stopped. No hot water. And we go out and we have this Rinnai water heater, and it was beeping and making these noises and obviously not heating the water. And it had a 12 on the digital cover. So we emailed. Thankfully, we have a list. I mean, that is our Bible right over there. We have all the subcontractors who built this house. We have direct phone numbers and emails to those contractors. So we emailed plumbing, and I would say within 4 hours on a Saturday, she emailed us back and said someone would be out. And so he came back out on Sunday morning and ended up, there was a definite builder issue. Like they tried to make do with a very short exhaust tubing. Is double tubing. The inner tubing is metal and the outer tubing is like a PVC. And the inner tubing was too short, and that caused strain and backup into the Rinnai water heater. And so that exhaust would make the thing shut off. Otherwise, it would create too much gas inside of it, and it could, I don't know, fire and gas is not good. So it was a safety feature that it turned off. So we came out Sunday morning and ripped it out of the ceiling in the garage. And he goes, "Oops, I didn't mean to do that." He was a really nice guy. His name's Justin. And he temporarily fixed it, but he said he'd be back either Monday or Tuesday to do a whole new installation of the piping, exhaust piping. I had some meetings and stuff, so you let him in. Was that Monday?
Was
Monday. And he even turned up the water temperature, so I was real thankful for that. And everything's smooth sailing.
Until today.
I was going to say the appliances being delivered.
Oh, yeah.
So then we had the appliances delivered, or attempted to, a few hours later on Saturday. And I filmed them. And one of the installers was like, "You need to stop filming me." And I was like, "Okay." So I put it away. And then when he got into the house, he was so rough with those appliances. I was so turned off by his attitude and the way he's treating everything. So I started filming, and that was it. He said, "Oh, that's it. No more. I'm done." And where we landed was they put the appliances in the garage, and then we had to go through the whole setup again to get the appliances actually installed. And then also they had taken a lot of the components to do the installation, the clamps, the hoses, the splitter for the dryer that has a steaming mechanism, and other things. among other things. And so we had to, figure out what we had. And even the people who were working the issue on the phone, who weren't involved in all this drama, they kind of had attitude too. Like I was very turned off with the way they were handling it. They didn't, I don't know. But they rescheduled for the next day. So Sunday, they were to come back out and do the installation. And very nice guys. Very, very nice guys. They did not have the right vent for the dryer. So they put a hard one on there instead of a flexible one, which is the one we order with a flexible one. And so the dryer sticks out too far and we can't close the laundry room door. And they kind of just left us with it. And then when they were installing the fridge, they very, very little dings on the walls, which, that can happen. I didn't really, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't bother me. But we noticed that there was a lot of scratches in this one section of this beautiful fridge. Actually, you can see it behind us. I love that fridge. And on the phone and on camera and video, you cannot see the scratches. But there's a middle drawer that pulls out over there, and it is scratched so badly. And I told the guy, I was like, hey, there's scratches here. He goes, oh, get some WD-40, they'll come right out. And I was like, oh, okay. So they're just, and there were other scratches on there, but they came off whenever they took the film off, that protective film. So our realtor, Sean, gave us some stainless steel wipes, and we wiped the crap out of that refrigerator trying to get those scratches off. And they're deep in their scratches, so they're not coming off. So that's Sunday. We have that revelation with the appliances, and then we go to do some laundry. We're like, well, at least we have some appliances. So then we go to turn the washing machine on, load it up, put the soap in and everything, and then go through the motions to get the laundry working, and it's not working. So we can't get it to turn on. I'm like, okay, user error. This is a new machine. It's buttons rather than pull knobs and turns. So I'm Googling the crap out of it. We're Googling the crap out of it, trying to figure out how to do this. And it has us go through all these troubleshooting and lift the lid, close the lid 6 times within 12 seconds and unplug it for 5 minutes, then plug it back in, and then hit these buttons in a sequence. And that way it kind of gets to the control panel to reset it. We did so much. We're tired. We haven't had a shower. All our clothes are dirty. We're trying to do this. So finally, we're just like, okay, it's not working. Okay. So no washing machine. There's something else I'm missing before we get to what happened tonight. What is it? Oh, the water pitcher in the refrigerator. So there's a cool little feature in this particular fridge that if you pull one of the doors out, in the door there's a water pitcher that fills up automatically when you close the door. We could not get that figured out. That happened to be user error, so it's not broken or anything. I didn't hit the button on top of the fridge to turn that feature on. So that's it. And now we get to today. So just a few minutes ago, about an hour ago, I guess, we had just cleaned good dinner. Oh, it was so good, right? Dinner was delicious. Mm-hmm. And we're cleaning up and turning on the disposer in the kitchen sink and getting all the stuff. And then gargling and bubbles are coming from the powder room toilet. And Russell's like, what is that? And I didn't think much of it. Mom and Dad's toilet was bubbling at one time, and they still were able to flush. So I go into the powder room and try to flush the toilet. Well, that water's not going down. Like it's coming up and it's about to overflow into the bathroom floor. So I turn the water off at the toilet. I turn the water off at the toilet, by the way, so it can't be flushed. Nothing can happen. So I'd emailed the plumber, the same plumber that came out within one day, and it was like, hey, we have this issue, going on, and we're just waiting to hear back from them. And then Russell goes to use the other bathroom that's down here, and he flushes the toilet in there, and this one was really loud then, like it gargled and bubbled really bad. And I was like, oh, I ran in there and I was like, oh, it's bubbling again. He goes, I know, I heard it. And when I walked in, I was showing the shower because I've been having some trouble with the tile. I really did my due diligence, and what is it called?
The grout.
The grout.
The grout.
I did something with the grout. I sealed the grout. I sealed all the grout in the house because I don't like stained grout. That's one of my pet peeves. And this particular shower, for some reason, has these grout stains, and I'm like, it just bothers me because I have sealed it 3 times. I sealed the floor of the shower. So I run in there to tell him about the toilet gargling again. He goes, I know. And I look into the shower, and there's dirty water that has come up from the sewer lines into the shower, and that is why it has been. I didn't realize that water had been coming up through the system, and that's why it's stained, is because there's doo-doo water. That's sewage coming into the shower. So I was on my hands and knees earlier today with baking soda and hydrogen peroxide trying to clean doo-doo stains out of the shower. You didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is where we're at in this $500,000 $500,000 Wildwood home.
Homes, brand new homes.
Brand new. Yeah. It is pretty though.
It almost reminds me of Southern culture. Outside
Like,
it's pretty and shiny,
but it's a
inside
big old
it's
mess.
all
It is a
rotted.
mess. That's terrible. I'm not rotting on the inside, and look at all this.
You are half Southern, half
Maryland.
Marylander.
So we started this blog to see what's going on, or we're making videos, I should say. Russell doesn't want to blog it. We'll see. Because I may put it on YouTube. Yeah. There's the kitchen. Gotta get a table.
Very shiny.
It is shiny. And then we got these beautiful, what are those?
Shutters.
Plantation shutters, yeah. And all the house. Can I turn this while I'm here or no? You can't turn it, can you? That's what's happening so far.
Toodaloo.
Bye.